Another day where Sony's Jim Ryan sticks his foot in his mouth and says something completely idiotic. Are you wanting to know what he said this time? I bet you are. Hey, what's up everybody? I'm Crapgamer and this is Crapgamer Reviews with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. So Jim Ryan, he said some incredibly silly things lately and he's at it again. This is what he had to say when interviewed and was talking about indie games. And one of the things you didn't really show at this year's E3 were indie games. You didn't really show any last year either. Now clearly indie games are coming to PS4 all the time, so why aren't you showing them anymore? Jim Ryan's response was, one of the things we have realized is that these video collages of 10 indie games shown in a minute is almost meaningless. Nobody can really learn anything about the games in that sort of time. It's almost viewed as a waste of time. There was a time and a place in the early stages of the life of the PS4 to make statements. It was more about making a statement that we are serious about the indies and that we are doing this and that with the indies. No Man's Sky and so on and so forth, which broke out from that and carved its own niche. You know, right now we have tons of indie content on the platform. So basically, he's saying there was a time and a place in the early stages of the life of the PS4 when they had no other games. Because he also goes on and mentions that they don't have a lack of a games problem anymore, but if you talk to the fanboys or anybody else, they have games all along. But I've been saying for years that they've been using indie developers to cover for the lack of other games, and now they just abandon them. I'm not saying they're not coming to the platform, I'm just saying they kind of threw them under the bus here. You know, you go from showing some of them, and they're getting better and better. They're much better now than when they were showing them years ago. Years ago, those things looked like Atari games, and now they're beautiful, and they're getting really, really good. So I just find that completely funny, and this comes on the heels of some of his other things, like his comments on no crossplay, where when he was asked about that, he said, "It's certainly not a profound philosophical stance we have against crossplay. We've done it in the past. We're always open to the conversation with any developer or publisher who wants to talk about it. Unfortunately, it's a commercial decision or discussion between ourselves and other stakeholders. And I'm not going to go to get into the detail in this particular instance, and I can see you rolling your eyes." So then he goes on to talk about they have a responsibility to their install base, Minecraft, the demographic playing that, and they have to keep people safe. But as you guys all know, Phil Spencer responded to that he'll keep everybody safe and he doesn't have to worry about it. And this is also coming on the tail end of what Ryan said about backwards compatibility, when he said, "We've dabbled with backwards compatibility. I can say it's one of those features that is much requested but not actually used." And I was at a Gran Turismo event recently where we had a PS1, PS2, PS3, and PS4 games, and the PS1 and PS2 games, they looked ancient. Like, why would anybody play this? So basically mocking the backwards compatibility crowd, even though it is something that is quote-unquote much requested, so you just ignore something that's requested. This guy completely doesn't get it. He's completely not for the gamers, and I don't know why Sony's letting this guy kind of run around without a muzzle. But I thought it was worthy of a video to kind of point out how arrogant this guy is, and it seems like Sony is really on the wrong path right now. Let me know what you guys think, because I'm very curious. If you enjoy the content, please hit that like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it. It means a lot to me personally. Rack 'em up. Have a great night. Crapgamer, out.